we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, bro?
Hey man, I am feeling great this week, bro. Last week I was getting my tail whooped by this pollen season out here, though, bro. I'm talking about like I had this itchy, raspy throat for probably about 2 weeks, no diddy.
Mm-hmm.
So about 2 weeks, right? And what was wild about it is I kept I had this cough where it's like usually it's weird because I'll sometimes when it comes to like the pollen and everything like that, I'll take some seasonal allergy medicine. I took some, but it felt like I had like cold symptoms, even though I didn't have a cold. I felt fine. And the allergy medicine, so I'm double loading. I'm doing allergy medicine and cold medicine for like 2 weeks straight. Finally felt pretty good about it though, man. So I didn't realize that until this morning. And it did help also that I've gotten the most sleep that I've gotten in probably 6 months. It's the longest amount of sleep that I've probably ever gotten, though, straight time, like not just getting up, going back to sleep or whatever. Straight sleep though, man. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Great. Yeah. I've made a commitment to get 8 hours, at least 8 hours of sleep every night, though, bro. So yeah.
That boy went old man, had to get to 8 hours.
I had to get to 8, and the only reason, and listen, the only time I got right at 8, I stayed up to watch the very last dribble of that Thunderbolt game. I had to see them boys finish it on out because I didn't want to take the chance of going to sleep on them and then doing what the Lakers did, though, bro.
Right. Or the Knicks.
Yeah, but the Lakers was worse because I went to sleep and the Lakers were up by 20.
No. The Lakers was worse, but we'll get into all that after this.
Let's do it.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast. Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
The greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
Hey, listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages, Instagram. We got to get a TikTok. We got to get everything. But anywho, we're live on both platforms at the same time. Click on the bell. You click on the notifications. You get the heads up whenever your boys and Miss doing their thing. Ace Kennedy. Hey, let me tell you what's also funny though, bro. So I was out and about shopping this weekend, and usually I was shopping for Landon, right? Mm-hmm. And what makes it always interesting is that I haven't had to shop for Landon for like shorts or whatnot, right, for a while, because now that he's in 8th grade and he's grown, like I'm talking about, he's grown from last summer to this summer. So when he broke his foot, they initially measured him at 5'6".
Mm-hmm.
He's 5'10" now, right? So all of his shorts that he had at the time, we bought them thinking, oh, okay, you know what? The school year is wrapping on up.
From buzzing.
Can you hear it though, man?
Yeah.
My bad. Anywho, but we thought that, all right, we start buying him like now, right? We start buying him shorts right around now for him to have for the rest of the year, summertime and everything. Well, he breaks his foot and he basically couldn't wear any of the shorts that we had. So then fast forward, he's basically bedridden for the whole entire summer. School year comes around and he's just now, at the time able to go ahead and do something. And then he has his walking boots. So he had to wear like sweatpants basically the whole entire time. So we're out and about, and it never fails at any time that I'm shopping for him, or shopping for anybody, whether it's Christmas or whatever. That's when I find all the dope stuff for me, right?
Right.
I find. So I wound up finding these. Now you know me, and I'm frugal, right?
Very.
I found these. I found these Nike sweatpants that I've been dying to get. Right? They were like because I got these same Nike sweatpants in like a green color that I hoop in, and I got some gray sweat. They the tapered joints, right? And so I found them in black, but I didn't want to buy them at the time over the winter time and everything because they were like, at the Nike spot, they were on sale for like $44 or whatever. Now, mind you, I bought more stuff that cost more than $44, but I knew at some point it was going to be on sale, right? So sure enough, I come across them, they on sale. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get them. They was probably like 40% off. So I wound up paying like $20 for them. Walked out there feeling like I hit the ultimate lick, right? And so what was wild about it is I go down the lids. Now, mind you, if you know, I don't usually wear like the trucker style hats. We've talked about that several times on the pod, especially off air. But like I don't wear like I think people who do wear them, the Bass Pro Shop hats, I think they look cool on other people. I'm real funny about hats and specifically about how it fits, how it sits on my head. It's why when I usually buy fitteds, and when I buy fitteds, I have to go through and try on 10 fitteds before I find the one that works, right? So I go on up here, and we was on the pod a couple weeks ago, and I wore Landon's hat. Now, mind you, I've seen Landon's had this hat for probably about a year, and he probably has it more than whatever. But I put it on, and instantly when I put it on, I said, "Oh, without me looking in the mirror, this fits really good, right?" Boom. So I try it on, wear it on the pod. It looks great on camera too, right? And then we at the mall. Fast forward. And I've been wanting to get a green, either Dodgers hat or a green Braves hat. Yeah. And so we go to the store, and they kind of out looking around doing something. I go in the store, try the very first one on, fit like a glove though, bro. Fit perfectly. The bend, it looked like whoever must have. I don't know how they had the straps on the same exact number I had. I said, "Oh my gosh, though, man." And I laughed because one of the things that was funny, I was like, okay, well, let me try another one, right? Let me keep this one, but let me see if they got some other ones there. Since now I'm on the road with the trucker hats, I don't usually wear them. Let me go ahead and double up then, right?
Right.
So sure enough, though, bro, I try them on, and none of the other ones fit, though. None of them, though. And it was the exact same hat in just different teams, different colors, and none of them fit. Just that one fit. So it told me that maybe the issue is that, when you get new era hats, and it's while they are sized, they're all cut differently because they're hand stitched. And I think that the new era fitted hats, the strap back and the trucker hats are the same way. While they're snapbacks, they are all cut just a little different, every single one of them. So maybe my issue this whole time has been that I haven't tried on enough of the hats, but this one fits perfectly to the T though, bro. I was like, all right, now we back out here then though, man.
So you can officially wear trucker hats now.
I can officially wear trucker, and this is the thing about some of the trucker hats, like let me tell you what I think what I didn't like about the trucker hat. I hated, I absolutely hated those Ed Hardy hats that had all the glitter and rhinestones. And then yeah. But back in the early 2000s, right? That was like the thing. And they would have the trucker, and they would have these boxy tops and the point, right? And so what's wild about I hated those. I would rather get kicked in my balls 10 times than to look at somebody wear them, right? And that was one of the main things, like subconsciously in my head, I felt like it was wearing an Ed Hardy hat. And then it was the point, right? I never, on my head shape, I never got with the point. So oddly enough, when I tried this hat on, it didn't feel as boxy or pointy. So I was like, cool. And then, the research department and Landon said, no, it looks grade A, right? But when I tried on the other hats, all of those was all boxy and pointy. And it was just like everything that I hated about them. But I had a good laugh though at myself just because though, bro. I you know me, if I see something in brown and I like it, I'm getting blue, green, all my colors. I'm trying to get all of the colors I wear in the same exact thing. And it didn't work out this time, but I did walk away with the fly hat though, bro.
Yeah.
That was my weekend recap though. It was dope.
Well, I don't have the weekend recap like that because I had a pretty interesting weekend. But I will say, while we on the subject of hats, bro, I've been hitting a lick on these Thunder hats, bro. Like, so the online Thunder Shop hats, bro, they $10. They got a section where they just $10. And I know these is hats that be really like $30-$40.
Yeah.
So I've been hitting the lick on them, bro.
I couldn't buy a hat online. I'd have to try it on, bro.
Snapback, bro.
That's what I found though. Even with me buying the trucker or a snapback, like I have to put it on. Bro.
Right, but here's the thing though. These are they're new era hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is if you wear new era hats, like the style doesn't change. It's just the hat.
It does. The style does. So listen, the style doesn't change, right? They're hand stitched. So you might have the snapback, and let's say your snapback and all your snaps might be for 7.5, and all your snaps fit. Well, you might just be one snap in and make it be too big or too tight, and then that's what changes the whole look to me, though, man. So for me, like listen, man, I love hats. You know what I'm saying? And you and I are very, very much the same. We wear hats. I think that for the most part, people might see us on air with hats all the time, but we typically don't wear hats in the daytime, basically, though.
Right.
But I think that I gotta try on every single one. I couldn't see myself just buying one online if it wasn't easy for me to return it.
Yeah, well.
But yours look fly, by the way, though. I mean, it's dope. Yeah, it's fly.
He's got the OKC. Yeah, I love this hat, bro.
Yeah, I've never, like I said, me personally, I'm too big of a stickler to now. I've only bought one hat online ever that fit like a glove, and it wasn't even a snapback. It was just a regular runner's cap.
Yeah.
Well,
look, man, you teased it. Let's jump right into these playoffs, bro. Where you sitting with everything? Like, is it going the way you expected it? Has there been any surprises? Do you feel like some series are already over when they just getting started? Like, what's your outcome on it?
Okay, so listen, it tells me two things. The highlights for me, I'm not gonna say the highlights. The big points are that the Philly, they done, bro. If this is all Joel Embiid is able to give you, they done. And you can tell that he's probably like half of what he was at the first game. I thought he was about 65%. And this time around, I said, oh yeah, it's 50. Now, maybe when they get back to the crib, I'm assuming that he's playing because someone told him you ain't gonna re-injure it or nothing like that. This is it until the offseason. So if he continues to play on it, I can only see him declining, right? I thought 65 to my eye this time. I think the next game, though, man, he might get that crowd pump up and get back up to 65. But I just don't think that the 65% of him is good enough to beat the Knicks, who I like Jalen Brunson. That's about it. But I just think that it ain't enough. It ain't enough.
Well, I will say this. I do agree that. Well, no, I can't say that I agree. I will say there is still a chance. Only reason I say that, if he's at this percentage and they almost won yesterday, then they can still win.
Yeah, they won't get swept.
But even still, though, there's still a chance that they can win, right? I'm gonna tell you this: if they lose Game 3, it's done. I don't care how many games they come back and win. They're not gonna come back. But I'm saying, if they're down 3-0, they're gonna lose regardless of how many they come back and win. But if with him playing at this capacity and they're still getting that sort of production out of him, that does show how dope of a player that he is. That at 50%, them boys still can almost beat the Knicks, because they're at pretty much full strength outside of having what's his face.
Let me tell you the issue. Their issue is that they won't be able to count on Tobias Harris to relieve him of those 15 points that he's missing. Because here's the thing. So Joel Embiid, he was, before he got injured, he was leading the league in scoring. He was about 30 something a game, right?
Yeah.
And so here it is in the playoffs. He's giving you about 20 something, that low 20s, right? And let's just say that Tobias Harris, he typically gives you 18 points a game, standard 17 maybe. I think that what's going to happen is that Tobias Harris is the only other capable person to me on their team besides Tyrese Maxey, who's going to give you what he's going to give you, right? But no, Tobias,
I will disagree there. Okay. Tobias Harris, we have been waiting for Tobias Harris to do something since he been there, and he ain't.
And that's the reason why. Listen, and that's why. That's why. I'm glad you said that.
I know that.
But
you're saying that he's the only one that can give them the points, and I said I disagree.
He's who? This is my thing about it. Tobias Harris is the guy who I think they would have to say, all right, you're clocking enough minutes to where you're the guy who needs to give us 10 more points per game to replace what Joel Embiid do. So to me, Tobias Harris has to average 28.
See, who they need to be depending on, they need Kelly Oubre to step up, and they need Buddy Hield to because Buddy Hield is one of those people that can produce the points.
He can.
So my thing is that they need to give more minutes to them instead of Tobias Harris, because until you said his name, I forgot he was even playing, bro. Because
and I don't think he's missed very few games. He played.
I know, but he has spurts.
But that's my thing though, right? So to me, then if that's the case, see the reason why he plays, because technically speaking, right? I mean, he's about 6'8", right? And so he guards power forwards, he guards and small forwards, so he can guard a lot of people. But my thing is that right now, what you're missing from them the most is offense. And so I don't know who you play more or less of, right? I don't know why, but Buddy Hield is relegated to being catch and shoot at this point, though.
I know that, and that's the problem, because if you honestly think about it, he is a younger Tobias Harris. Like, he can get his shot, he can shoot the three. And it's almost like Maxey has moved in. Since Maxey moved to the 2, they need, like, he needs to be doing what Maxey used to do when James Harden was there. Buddy Hield does, because he's capable of doing it. Like, why do you think LA wanted him for so long? Because they knew he would be able to shoot. So my thing is that to stretch the floor like that, if you put him on out there, he need to be like, because Tobias Harris is not consistent enough.
I agree with you. To me personally, I just wonder, what do you have to lose? And maybe I'm just missing something, but I wonder, what do you have to lose by having Tobias Harris come off the bench versus Buddy Hield coming off the bench? Because, like I said, they just don't have enough score. And listen, the Knicks are the team though that you can get away with that on, because the Knicks doesn't score a lot of points, right? I think that they may have been the lowest scoring team, but they were the highest defensive rated team. Here's one thing I think is funny. So did you see that the players had their Players Tribune vote, and they voted Tibbs as the coach that they would least likely want to play for? And it's the third time that he's won that award, not the award, but that distinction. Third time. And it's been back-to-back years where all the players voted and said that he's the player that they would least likely want to play with, though, bro. I think that that's crazy. And what's wild about it is that Eric Spoelstra was listed as the coach that everybody would want to play for.
That makes sense.
That's what I think is crazy, though. He coached him, right?
Yeah, he coached.
But I don't know, man. I think that I don't know. If anything, though, bro, the Knicks are the team to do it. I just think that I could easily see them now winning the next 2 games. I just don't think that they done long term. I never picked either one of them, but I don't know. Now, the flip side of that, the Lakers are done, bro. Can we agree that the Lakers are done?
Yeah, because here's why I say they're done. You already got the stigma that Denver has beaten them 10 straight times, right?
10 straight times.
And then they jogged. I'm talking about dog walked D'Lo after game 1. You know what I'm saying? As far as like him not producing enough, this, that, and the other, they bringing back up the trade talks and why did they hold on? Like everything, everything. D'Lo comes out and gives you one of his best games.
He was firing away.
He had like seven threes or so, somewhere along in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed with my boy Austin Reeves. He's very timid. Like he is like, I don't know where his confidence is shaken from or why, but and then what's my boy name? Only gave you 3 points. Hakamoro, whatever his name is.
I don't get this. This is what's funny to me though, bro. Outside of his size,
yeah,
I don't see that he consistently gives you it. To me, right? He's the guy that I would say if I'm gonna put together trade pieces, like he's one that I would give up. Like when they be talking about getting rid of D'Angelo Russell, to me, like I get that he can occasionally give you shooting. He's not any more consistent than Tobias Harris, bro. Like I'll either see him do something good or I'll forget that he's even out there, though, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. LeBron and AD played well for the most part. D'Lo played well, and they gave their best effort. Like, how much better can the Lakers play?
Let me stop you. I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna tell you the problem. The problem, right, is here. Here's where it is. I think that the problem was AD, and it's gonna sound crazy given the numbers that he had, but AD went almost the entire fourth quarter without scoring a bucket, bro. Like he sold it, and when they went up by 20, AD said, "All right, we gone to the crib, man. We got us, and we stole us one."
No,
and I think that
what happened. They put Aaron Gordon on him, and that's when his production stopped.
But no. I don't think that he even took that many shot attempts. I'm saying like he fell back altogether. Now listen, don't get me wrong. I do like the idea of Aaron Gordon guarding him because listen, I'm a big fan of Aaron Gordon, and I honestly believe that he can guard AD straight up. Now, if AD scores 26 on him, 28, I think that the Nuggets would take him scoring 26, 28 on him, though, bro. As long as that means that Joker doesn't have to guard him and Joker can stay out of foul trouble. But I think that this is where I be telling people about when I say that all assists aren't created equally. When I tell people about the old James Harden, and when I tell people about Luka, right? It's because here's what I think is crazy. When I look at like the Joker, and because the Joker, he had Anthony Davis guarding him, and every assist that he did was a playmaking assist. It was like an assist where I'm not necessarily looking for my shot. I'm being a playmaker. And I think that what happens to me, though, bro, when I watch the Nuggets play, the beauty in that as a basketball fan is that also means that while you can score, it's equally as important for you to get your team involved. LeBron started doing that before, where LeBron didn't even take one of the first 6 shots that the Lakers had. He took like the last one, let them get going. Yeah. And I think that what's crazy to me about it is that I like that, to me, his assists are playmaking assists, though, bro. I think that one of the things that's going to be interesting to me to see, though, is I don't get me wrong. Even if the Lakers come back and they win the next 2 games, right? I just don't really know that the Lakers, personnel-wise, can do anything differently with the Nuggets. I think that the Nuggets roster is just that good, though, bro.
Yeah. And they haven't. And here's the thing. The Nuggets haven't been playing their best basketball.
No.
Jamal Murray struggled the whole game until towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. LeBron and them stopped going away from that pick and roll that they started applying in the second half. And that's what caused them to stop slowing down production. And then, of course, everybody has been talking about the LeBron 3 at the end with like 13 seconds left in the game when he should have
Right.
run the clock out. You know what I'm saying? These boys are spent. But after that game, though, bro, like you literally took the air out of their cells. Because I mean, LeBron was talking about the foul on D'Angelo Russell that they reviewed and this, that, and the other, like all of the different things. And I will say, I agree with LeBron that we are not maximizing the officiating center the way we should, because they're like, classically have said that Tony Brotherz has some sort of vendetta against the Oklahoma City Thunder every game. And I know people that were at the game. They was like, bro, we saw your post from the game and was like, oh my gosh. Like the first half, they was just like, it was like nobody was even out there because he has something against the Thunder. But I'm just saying, and just like how, they talk about Scott Foster and
Chris
CP3.
Paul, yeah.
So,
I think, but listen, I think here's my thing about it. If you're the Lakers, you were in position to where the referee should not have been an issue. So even if you say, that we can do better, how do you explain you taking your foot off the gas and the Nuggets never looked shook when they was down by 20?
I understand that though, bro. But here's my thing. At the end of the day, though, it's still a playoff game. All these games mean something. When it gets to the playoffs, just like how they change how they officiate, there should be more. They should be as much as possible a reviewing process to make sure that they get it right. I understand.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. But take the officials out of it. Do your part, and they become a non-factor.
No. I understand that. I'm not taking the blame off of them, like saying, "Oh no, the referees is what caused them to lose." Yeah. But I am saying, even though we know it's the playoffs, we know that a 20-point lead in the NBA is not a factor, right?
With that being the case, though, right? And if you know that this team has beaten you 10 straight times now, right? My thing is that if you up by 20, the goal should be, well, let me 30 piece them, right? When you get about 30, maybe 35 piece them. But I'm talking about the Lakers. Just they took their feet off the pedal all the way, though, bro.
But what I'm saying is, we know that you're first playing the defending champions. We know that in any NBA game that a 20-point lead is not safe, right?
So, I'm blaming it on AD, bro.
You can, and I'm
blaming it on AD, bro.
We talking about two separate things, though. I'm not taking the blame off the Lakers for losing. I'm just saying we got to do a better job in these playoff games of officiating, because the thing is that at the same time that the Lakers should not have lost the lead, there still has to be a better eye on the decisions and calls that's being made, and a communication with the replay center. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this, and do you know me? And when it comes to my list, how does this impact LeBron's all-time legacy? Is it no factor on it?
No, this is like this is the equivalent of Michael Jordan with the Wizards.
No, no.
Bro, this does not. So you're trying to tell me you're telling me that Jordan playing with the Wizard affected him winning them back-to-back rings, them 6 rings. That's what you tell me.
So that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this game does not affect everything else LeBron has done.
What I'm saying by that, I am not one of the people who try to act like I didn't see Jordan playing for the Wizards, right? It happened. Like, those numbers count. He made the All-Star game, so that's on Jordan's resume. So the reason why I say that it does impact somewhat on LeBron's is because I think the thing that one of the biggest things that I see about the cases that I made for LeBron is him being so great for so long. To the very last dribble, he was great. He was always up. And so, yeah, he's gone up. You know what I'm saying? But I think that getting swept, it's going to be one of them things where people are going to be like, well, Jordan would have never. Even though Jordan got swept several times, I think that I can't give LeBron all the props for being this great at 38, 39, and then their team collapsed, and then we not count that against them. That's all I'm saying. But don't get me, the Jordan playing for the Wizards counts.
All I'm saying is that don't erase nothing that he's done. He made a mistake. Yes. And him being one of the greatest basketball players of all time, you expect him not to make those mistakes because we laud him for his basketball IQ. So the fact that happens, he's still human. And
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that the same way this one, him winning, could have enhanced his resume. I think that it has to hurt depending on how. But listen, it also to me furthers the conversation that when I see AD talking about he ain't gonna never get Defensive Player of the Year, and how I thought that it was a reach that he was in the top 75 players of all time. Like, boy, if you don't go somewhere, though, man, like AD, listen, and I'm not surprised because AD will find some way to disappoint you, even if he's your favorite player, right? It just like it didn't surprise me whatsoever, though, bro. It didn't like LeBron James will roll out of bed and give you 28 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. That's just a walking LeBron James stat. But I think in the end, it goes back to, well, what's the impact of those numbers, though, bro? And I don't know. Maybe they got the luck of the draw being matched up with the Nuggets, though.
We ain't got to get into every single playoff matchup, but I do want to ask you about the Clippers and Dallas. What you think?
If the Clippers beat Dallas again, now they right now they're playing them at Dallas, right?
No, they're playing them in LA.
They're playing at LA. Okay. If they win again, and listen, everybody who goes up 2-0 this season, winning. Now, let me tell you this. Oddly enough, you know the team that makes me the most nervous about them going up 2-0 and me saying for sure they're gonna win?
Who?
OKC, bro.
Boy, stop. Listen, bro. Listen, I was the first one to say, and people, you can quote me, find it, whatever. I said the 3 teams I didn't want Oklahoma City to play was the Lakers, Houston, and New Orleans. They match up well against us. With that being said, though, Shaq did say something that was pretty dope. He said, listen, this was Oklahoma City's worst game, and they still won. Facts. I doubt that we're going to play like that every single time. I feel like Giddey was trash.
Giddey was trash, bro.
Listen.
He looked LA Fitness Hooper style, bro.
Listen, my boy David Williams, David Walker, he's a DJ out here. He gonna be the one DJing at me and Chris's event, and he was telling me all Sunday, like Sunday, he just would not shut up. Giddey trash, Giddey trash, Giddey does this, Giddey does that. I said, bro, I'm gonna text you during the game because I'm telling you, Giddey had a different year because of the personal stuff. And he was like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. Da, 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 da. So we going back and forth. And sure enough, everything he said Giddey did, he did at this game. So I had to text him.
Trash.
Yeah, Giddey
was so trash that at one point they had Valanciunas guarding him and was just daring him to shoot it. Just go ahead if you got that dough, bro. You know what I don't like that Giddey does, and I hate this that any player does this. I hate players who go to the hole and they jump in the air to pass it. That drives me insane, though, bro. It's such a basic thing. I was like, bro, like he was almost like unplayable because he didn't give you nothing.
He was unplayable. They took him out.
Yeah,
they gave Case and Wallace his minutes.
Yeah, and listen, it wasn't like he was hurting. He just did nothing to help.
He didn't. But that's the thing, though. This is the plus about the Thunder, and it's something Chuck actually commented on too. Most teams run about 8 people in the playoffs. The Thunder, the way we play, we still can use 10 to 12 people because of how our rotations work. And so every game, we might have a different rotation outside of the big 3.
I'm gonna tell you, it makes me nervous that the big inside, right? The big inside is what makes me nervous. It's not that I'm expecting Valanciunas to give us to give them 30 points on it. He ain't gonna hit Chet over here for 30. But the part that makes me nervous is the keeping the ball alive, the offensive rebounds. That he had 7 like in the first half.
But Charles, this is the thing though. This is a weakness that the Thunder knew that they had from day one. So it's not
That's
like
true.
we have not played that way. So my thing is we know that that is a weakness, so we have a counter for that. And so my thing is, I don't think the second game is going to be that close. I do believe the Thunder are going to win, and it's going to renew the confidence for folks because they, for some reason, we get all kind of hate that the Thunder is this number 1 seed that shouldn't be there.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I was glad to see my boy Lou Dort.
Yeah, Lou Dort was getting busy. My boy Jay
Lou Dort was getting, and Jay. Listen, I laughed because when I saw this, is what's funny. So I look at the boy J Dub, and he's the player who I think that I play like. When I look at what he does, it's exactly how I typically would play. He doesn't shoot the most threes. He shoot a couple of them.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he tries to go to the hole, play good defense, though, man. He's like the kind of player that it's weird because he's like right now, as I'm trying to evolve as a hooper, it's more like how he plays, though, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. J Dub is dope. Like, such an underrated pick that Sam Presti and the team found because everybody's looking at him like, yo, what? I mean, don't get me wrong, Jay Will, it took him a minute to kind of like for it to process, but Jay Will stepped up too. Like, Jay Will was shooting, he had some nice threes toward the end.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much the Thunder's picks, even so Lou Alding, he played in the G League, and then of course the Oklahoma City's Blue won the G League finals, and he was the finals MVP. So yeah, these boys is like I said, I really don't think that the second game was gonna be like that. I love the fact that Shea played like Shea. Like he didn't look shook. Like it was like, no, it's just another game. And like Chet had a bad game. I don't expect them to have those kinds of games like that.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: the same way how the watch and the clock is on LeBron, KD and the Suns. It's a very entertaining series. But listen, my boy Ant-Man is not playing around, bro.
Yeah, he talking all kind of disrespectful to KD, bro.
And listen, Ant-Man's commercials for his shoes and the release of it, some of the best media you'll see, though, bro. It is grade A, though, bro.
Yeah, so you got Ant-Man as the next face of the league.
I love Ant-Man, bro. And listen, and this is the thing about it. I think it could be Shea, but Shea still seems to be not as out there. Like, he ain't so me like Ant-Man. Ant-Man is very much look at me.
But did you see Shea's commercial, though?
Yeah, I did see Shea's commercial.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, though, Ant-Man to me has more charisma than Shea. Shea might just be a better leader to hit on his team, but yeah, man, like I like Ant-Man though, man.
Well, salute to Shea though. So there was speculation because of course his shoe deal comes to an end in September. He ended up signing a new deal. He signed a new deal with Converse, and he's also the creative director now for the basketball stuff for Converse. So I thought that was dope, and he gets his first official shoe because he has a shoe that he wears. You know what I'm saying? But now he's going to get his first official release in 2025. But yeah, he's the new creative director for basketball stuff when it comes to Converse. So I think that's pretty dope that he got that type of deal. I'm really, really happy for him.
Yeah. I am. It's been pretty dope. It's been pretty entertaining so far. So I'm looking forward to tonight's games though, bro. But
yeah. I'm looking forward to tonight's games.
You go up 2-0. I don't think that these are the teams where you can come back from 2-0. So I think that the Lakers done, Philly done. Whoever goes down 2-0 done.
Yeah. Do you think Denver's going? I mean, not Denver. Do you think Dallas is going to pull it off on the Clippers? Does it matter if Kawhi plays or not?
It matters. It does matter. Yeah, it does. If Kawhi plays, I think it's going to be an easier win.
Okay, but I think even if Kawhi plays, I think it doesn't matter if Kawhi plays. I think who I think the X factor is James Harden.
Well,
this
listen,
is exactly why they brought him in.
I agree with you. So here's what I'm saying. I think if Kawhi plays, it makes it easier for them to win the series. I don't think that it would be easier for them to win the game. I think that Kawhi, because you think about that, if they're beating him without Kawhi, then having Kawhi has to help.
You would think, though, but that just means it depends on the type of shadow Harden goes into. Because, see, like, here's the thing. Because PG was struggling early, right? Harden had the green light to do what he wanted to do.
Let me stop you right there. It's easy for Harden because there's no pressure on him right now to do that. No, he was playing with house money, and that's the reason why I think, listen, if you put him in that scenario, he'll give you 40 points every single time with no pressure on him whatsoever.
Right. But playoff P didn't get activated until the second half, though. So now that playoff P is activated, then we can do something. Because it is a thing, bro. Playoff P is a thing. I know about the commercial where everybody else saying the playoff Shay and the playoff Jason and the playoff Joker ain't there, but playoff P is a thing, bro. And they're gonna put some respect on my boy's name because he was activated in the second half of that game. You better put some respect on playoff P's name.
Let's get to these Star Wars, bro. Let's get to these Star Wars.
Yo, did you finish Shogun?
Yes.
What you think?
I didn't. No. It comes on today for me.
No, it don't.
Yeah,
I watched yesterday.
Yeah, it comes on Hulu today.
No, it doesn't. I'm telling you.
I didn't watch it. Well, I'm gonna watch it today then.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got to talk about these. We got to talk about the Civil War, though.
Civil War.
Yeah, the rappers.
Oh,
the rappers.
Yeah, the beef, the war. Okay, I thought the Star
we missed
Wars.
it. Listen, so we missed. No,
you missed a
Star
lot.
Wars. We missed a lot.
Yeah, let's get into it. This gonna take out the rest of the pod right here.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't been this excited for rap in quite some time.
Absolutely.
And when I say this kind of excitement, now I think that the last time I was this excited for rap was probably Watch the Throne.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z, Kanye. Maybe when I thought Jay-Z was officially retired and he came back out with 444. Gives me that old 2001 feel, 50 Cent, G-Unit versus everybody, Murder Inc. Like, I haven't been this excited for rap. You know what it is? You know what? I'm going to tell you the last time. I'm going to be honest with you. It probably was about 2003, 4, 5. And this was right around the time where Drake was hitting his footing. So he was on all the Cash Money hooks. Mm-hmm. This is right around the time Rick Ross was dropping BMF. This was right around the time that Jeezy was still freshly off of Trap or Die. This was around that same era where Kanye dropped what was it? Not Late Registration. I think it may have been Late. But anywho, it's giving me that kind of feel though, bro. And I'm excited. And it's weird because I don't want to seem like one of those people who just are a vulture to the dismay and the worst moments and everything. But I haven't been that entertained with a lot of these new dudes, right, in a long time. So I mean, it gives me that kind of feel when the more seasoned rappers are stirring it up, though, bro.
Yeah. Who are you most intrigued by in all of this battle? So, because we gonna break down each one, we need to get it. We gonna get into it, but
okay. So you know what? You know who I'm mostly intrigued by?
Who was that?
Oddly enough, I'm more intrigued by Drake, bro.
I thought you was gonna say Chris Brown.
No. That's separate. Let's talk about. Okay. Let me tell you why I say Drake.
Okay.
What made me say Drake? Because one of the things that I do like, I do like everybody's responses, and I like the initial. So I do like the Kendrick Lamar coming out dropping the bombs, right?
Yeah.
So
But before you get into it, just let me ask you this one quick question.
yeah.
Do you think that what Kendrick did was a diss, or was he just rapping?
I think that he was just rapping, but I think that it was a call out, right? So if you want to say that call out, then you got to say it's a diss, right? No. It was a diss. It was a diss. In the history of rap, it's going to go down as an official diss, but I'm waiting to hear his diss song, his full response, right? But I think that what interests me about all of them individually, I like Kendrick's response. I mean, I like Kendrick's original content that he put on out there, right? What I find to be interesting is I still don't quite know what prompted Rick Ross to jump out the window, because I thought people were saying, wait a minute, did Rick Ross respond to like the AI Drake? But Rick Ross will jump all the way out the window. He's been all the way in everything. He just shot a dope video for his. He's all the way in. And by the way, I like Rick Ross's record too. I thought that, to be honest, it was everything that I typically like about Rick Ross. The flow was classic Rick Ross. Dope beat selection. It was enough space for you to get everything in there. And then you could tell that he kind of learned from the troll and the 50 Cent that he's tossing that in there. It's a masterful diss track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I like Drake's response like just as much. And here's what's funny. What I like about Drake's thing is that it was in typical Drake fashion. It stuck with the format, and it didn't. Only thing he didn't do was sing on it, though, bro. The only thing he didn't do was sing on it.
On the first Drake diss, what is your favorite line of all lines in that song, bro?
Gotta be Metro.
I'm gonna make a drop out of that just because, bro. It is epic.
It's a beat stop. It's the beat stop that does it, though, right? And then
Did you
here's
hear
the
the
thing about
trolling he been doing?
Yes, but here's my thing. How does Metro respond, right? Because he's not a rapper. So what is Metro gonna do? Go make a beat to respond back?
To do exactly what he told him to do?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. But I thought that Drake's response and all of the bars within. So this is my thing. I think that Kendrick has some double entendres when he was saying on a lot of his stuff, right? The K9s, the Pet Singletary. I think it was bars on top of bars that you really have to dive into. I thought that Drake came back with just as good. And here's the one thing that I respected about Drake. What I respected about Drake's the most was that I do think that, like, I compare the two to Jay-Z and Nas, Ether versus Takeover, because Jay-Z basically had like a verse and a half that was about Nas, and Nas came back with a whole song, and it was a classic way to do it, response. So I like that Drake did come back and do a dope response. I thought that it was fire, bro. Thought it was fire.
I ain't gonna lie though. The second Drake diss, bro, that one to me, for creativity, for knowing your surroundings, like knowing like what they say, read the room.
Yes.
The fact that everybody has been, because people want a response so bad, everybody's been jumping out the window with these AI songs. Some of them have been good, some of them has been whack. So Drake, being the mastermind that he is, decides to use the AI and brings in the Tupac voice, brings in the Snoop voice, and basically 8 Miles himself. But what was even doper is Snoop's response to it, bro. Snoop is like, they did what? When?
Hey, and listen, what I love is the fact that you can tell that it was Drake's flow, Drake's cadence, everything about it told me, yeah, these is Drake writing this and everything like that, though, bro. I thought that it was, like I said, absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. But let me tell you what else. Let me tell you what the one thing that I did not like. I don't like Kanye's response.
Man, I didn't even make. I did listen to the whole thing. It's just so I want to insert myself into something.
Oh my God! Listen. I thought I was the only one that looked at it that way.
Oh, it's like somebody daddy.
Oh my God! Let me tell you what. You know what I think. This is the problem. This is the problem that I have with Kanye, right? For starters, I hate that they asked him about who would he have a three-way with, and he brought up Michelle Obama. And for one, he was on the interview in that same way where he played the record. Listen, bro, the one thing I'm not gonna ever stand for is nobody disrespecting Beyonce and the Obamas. That pissed me off so bad when I heard him say that. But for secondly, well, you know what that reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of all those times when we used to dance when we used to do all of our shows, right? We'd be at City Lights and we might be at anywhere we go, right? And you know how we had all the girls, right? And then we had dudes who didn't like us, that would hate us just because the girls was digging us like that. And it wasn't like they didn't know us like that. They was envious of the motion we had.
One of the most disrespectful times for us though was the Temple show, bro. Because we went to somebody's city.
Yeah, that was girls. We was wild.
People, mamas was coming down to see.
Oh yeah, we was.
Bro, and then in the video in the back, you see all the hating dudes. Just
we was OD in there. They listen and listen. But this is the thing about it. I say that to say this. Why that makes me think of that is because, Doc, I honestly believe that Kanye West is jealous of Drake, bro.
100%.
I think he's so jealous of Drake because here's my thing. It's like, because listen, remember, they were supposedly stop their beef. They did a concert over right after COVID. That was supposed to, on Amazon. Yeah, something like that. So I'm thinking that end of the beef, and then it just said, y'all out here talking about Drake. Let me jump in and say a couple things about Drake also, and listen. What I think is crazy to me is that the reason why I think that he's a hater, bro, is that I remember him going on Drake Champs, and he said that Drake wrote him a song. Drake wrote for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. If you're telling me that Kanye's ever wrote for Drake, we can have a whole different conversation, right? But when you're telling me that Drake's wrote for you, and not just that, what you said, you hate about him. He's so good that you can write a verse and he can come back and write several verses that are better than your verse. So you're telling me you've been on record to saying that this man is a better writer than you and a better rapper than you. That's one thing. Now, if you want to talk about the creative execution of it and the end product, and we're comparing that, that's one thing. But I think that the part that I'm blown away by about that, though, right, is that now you talk about all the other stuff. All Drake has, he's in partnership with some dude named Lucian over Universal or Apple Music. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute there, bro. Like you said that his numbers are fabricated. So to me, it felt like you're jealous because he's doing what you probably would want to be doing also better. Like to me, he comes across as like a cat who's like, oh, look, this is what his number. That you and I have been saying this for years, that all of the numbers are fabricated. All of the numbers are fake. So you're mad because Drake, maybe he's in bed with the dudes who do make the numbers, right? But you would swap out with Drake at the drop of a hat if that's the case, though, bro. And don't try to act like you would.
So much so that Drake sent the doggone invoice over to Metro and Future them for boosting their sales.
Wasn't there at some point another rumor that Drake used to mess with Kim?
Kim K?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a rumor. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so listen. This is what I think. I honestly believe, bro, that as much money as Kanye has made. So let's just say money. Let's just say if they have the same amount of money, so you
Mhm.
can wash money out the situation. I think that Kanye knows that Drake is a better rapper. One, because you said it, right? That's the part that I think burns his soul. But you know what I honestly believe, though, bro?
What's
I
that?
honestly believe that Ye is looking at Drake, and I think that he's seeing what he used to be,
Mhm.
right?
The
Drake,
type of
Ye,
influence.
yes, Ye is about 10 years older than Drake. So Ye in his 30s to me was to me his peak of how much movement and motion he had over the culture. He had you can say it was them, and he had that pulse like that. He made those waves back then. And I think that he's seeing Drake take over that spot, not necessarily who's the best rapper, but who is the real mover and shaker in the hip hop culture, though, right? So I think he's a hater to me though, bro. I think that he sees Drake. You know, you think about it. Drake is the only other rapper who had the shoe deal. He had his deal with Nike, then he moved to Adidas. Now Drake also had his OVO Jordans, and now he has his own shoe with Nike, right? So he's the only one that has that, right? So the only thing that that Ye has is his clothing and everything like that, and even that's more of a this is your taste thing, right?
Mhm.
But the influence, I think that Ye is losing his influence, bro, and he's steadily losing it to Drake, and I think that's what he hates, though, bro.
Yeah, he
He
definitely.
doesn't. He hates he doesn't hate Drake the person. He hates the idea. He hates the artist Drake, though, bro. And that's what I think. And I think that one of the things that's wow. I do think that it's interesting that he picked now to say something about Cole because Cole already put out a song like 5 years ago talking about Kanye, talking about how the boy Kanye fell off and now all of his music is whack and we just accept it because we're living off of what he used to be. And he had that song 5 years ago. And so now you wait to insert yourself in something that you already said was a resolved thing. He's a hater, bro. He is a hater. He is the dude who used to hate on us because we had the motion though, bro. And it wasn't like I honestly believe that Drake probably has no real reason to dislike Kanye other than the fact that I'm not gonna like somebody who I know that dislikes me though, bro. He's a hater to me, though, bro. Everything about when you hear how he talk about Drake, I just think that it's so much jealousy, though, bro. And that hurts my heart to see, though, man, because Kanye used to be, it was Jay-Z and Kanye to me. Jay-Z, Kanye, Wayne is my favorite rappers, though, bro. And I'm just sometimes I'm just disgusted at him. But specifically, when you hear how he talks about Drake, I just think there's so much envy behind everything that he says, though, bro, that he's a hater to me. He's a Drake hater to me, though, bro.
So the rumor though is that Kendrick is dropping an album in May. We waiting that
Mm.
long?
He better not. He better not. Listen, I'm gonna give him, the same courtesy that Drake. It took Drake about a week or two, right? And then he came back to back, right? Listen, man.
I'm
Listen.
gonna say this, bro. People be trying to say that Kendrick is on the clock, and I'm trying to tell you, Kendrick ain't on the clock, bro.
Why he's not on the clock?
Because the same reason why Drake wasn't on the clock. So people wanted Drake to have that thing done by the Monday after his tour was over, and it didn't happen. Right.
I did. Yeah.
But you weren't the only one though. There was other people saying he had because they were like, look, you got a studio on your bus. You could record while you on tour. So like we ain't trying to hear none of the so people was basically saying like, nah, you on the clock, whoop-de whoop-de whoop. Drake dropped on his time, and now we talking about Kendrick is on the clock. Kendrick is gonna drop on his time. As long as what he say, it's not a win, it's a what he says. Like if what he said, if he's waited this long and it's whack, people are gonna be like, But if it's fire, it's just gonna reignite it. That's all it's gonna do.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a problem with Kendrick. If Kendrick is doing this to drop an album, I'm all for it, right? Because then it's like it's coming with it's a rollout, right? And truthfully, that's what Metro and them did. Metro and them knew they've been sitting on this for a while. They about to go out here and go touring on it now. I saw that popped on up. So they done made a play. So I can see why Drake was like, all right, boom, here's my bill for promotion. The same way he sent the bill over to Good Music for the Pusha T promotion. I totally get it though, man. But if you telling me that, no, I'm coming. If K Dot is side, and people are saying that, some of the producers who've been involved was like, nah, he got something. But listen, I'm gonna be honest. K Dot's gonna have to say something that's doper than the AI. The AI K Dot response was fire.
You talking about the owl hunting?
Yeah, you're gonna have to say something that's doper than that, though, bro.
Yeah, but Jill Scott said that she heard some bars.
Listen. So let's talk about it. That's a good segue. Because Jill Scott's also kind of people been trying to charge her up because she was talking about Chris Brown responding to Quavo. Was like, yo, you supporting this, you basically supporting his wife beater, basically, though, right?
Right.
Let me get your thoughts, bro, on the Chris Brown Quavo.
For one, I will salute Quavo for responding because he got, that was definitely him resurrecting because he was dead for the last week. I thought it was like, y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah. And it's weird to say that because there are dead people involved in this beef. So no disrespect to the dead involved. But I'm just saying, lyrically, Quavo was dead after what Chris Brown did, bro. Because people is like, it's just tripping me out how many people are so surprised that Chris Brown was rapping like this when you and I have been talking about Chris more so rapping than he was singing.
Yeah,
and
we've been kind of mad that he rapping so much.
Yes,
yes. Yeah.
So, great response from Quavo because Quavo is not somebody who I look as a lyrical, diabolical genius. So what he said, I thought, he used real names. He was factual. He was precise. He got a bop on it. You know what I'm saying? And he got take off on it. So I'm just like, it's a win for him. He don't like it. Don't need. And I even like the fact that Chris respected his response. Like even Chris was like, salute. You know what I'm saying? This is fun. Like I didn't even expect you to do all of this. Like I thought it was dope.
I think Chris Brown's gonna respond again.
I do too. Unfortunately,
I think Chris Brown. Listen. I think Chris Brown doesn't have to respond again, but I fully expect that he will, because I think that Chris Brown is very much into battle rap culture. Like they've had URL events that they've hosted at Chris Brown's house, right? So I think that he's in tune with that lane, which is why I was kind of surprised when that Quavo responded. I didn't think he would even know that lane enough to even respond. But I'm going to tell you this. Of all of the diss songs, I thought Chris Brown went the hardest.
Yeah.
I think his was very targeted, and
very precise.
Very precise. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that Quavo's was any less potent than the Rick Ross, than the Kanye.
See, that's the thing. I think Quavo's was more surprising than anything. Like I was like, I like it.
I like Quavo's.
Yes.
I was very surprised. Like, okay, yeah, like when you think Quavo, there's a certain kind of song that I typically expect to hear. He did that, but just switched. He did a diss record in the Quavo lane. So I thought that, he got him a little bop out of this one, though, man.
Yeah, because I can see him performing it and everything.
And I think that Quavo actually has a restaurant that's about to open up downtown, though, man. So he's been doing this thing out here, though, bro. So now you unexpectedly got this extra pub for your stuff, and so I think that it's a win for him, though, bro.
Now,
Very surprised, though, man.
I will say so. So Joe Budden kind of speculated, and you know how he does. The way his brain works. He's speculating that this was a ploy. Like just all this beef right now is a ploy to generate money. Like when he said when you look at everybody who's really on the top of all of this stuff, and they were saying, I guess Kaiser's name got brought up, and some stuff about like, you know, the numbers has fallen off for when it comes to music, but this is like a re-energizing like surge, basically, right? Because we're waiting to hear this next record. And you know, like Drake, his song was leaked, unfortunately, but now he officially released it. So now it's on streaming platforms. And even though J. Cole removed his song, it was after it got the spins or the rotate, you know, the spin behind it. So yeah.
Let me tell you this though. What do you think about the rumor, right? Because you and I, we were talking before, like Drake better have some strategic nuclear bomb, right? That he's sitting on.
So and he's sitting on another one too.
I think he is, but I fully expect that he is sitting on something.
No. He said it in the song. Like he got another one.
But listen, okay, what do you think about this idea that this cat Lucian? Oh, what? No. There's this guy. Apparently, he was with Apple. He left Apple and he has started this investment company or whatever, though, man. That's in music. And Drake is a partner of his, where basically, I don't know if they have a percentage of that Drake has ownership within Apple or something like that, though, basically, all right? But basically, what the rumor is that because of Drake's relationship with this dude, right, that Drake is now getting a percentage of publishing or something like that from almost all of these artists, business-wise. He is also all of these artists that he is basically talking about. Maybe it's just that when their music is played through Apple or whatever, but somehow there's this rumor that Drake has a business deal where he is getting a percentage, royalties, publishing somewhere where he is making money off of that. Listen though, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel some kind of way about that. The artist in me gotta respect the business behind that, because that to me, you're talking about playing chess over checkers. Like that's the longest thing. And maybe that's the reason why a lot of these guys are mad, because Drake has this deal where he's making money off of them. But at the same time, though, bro, with all the times, and the reason why I feel some kind of way about it, because it's always been the thing when it comes to the music industry, is that the record labels have been raping you, right? And so now if you are an artist and now you are basically essentially being part of that system, it feels like, bro, really like you turn into one of them, but it's a business. It's a music business at the same time.
Yeah.
So if that's Drake's ultimate play, right, and he brings this on up, like all of y'all, like I done made this amount of money off of all of y'all diss records, so keep on dissing me, right?
Yeah, drop and give me 50.
Drop and give you 50, like, dog. Listen, at that point, here's where I'm at with it. If the idea behind these records is to expose somebody, that's one thing. But if the idea ultimately is to come out of this saying that I'm the better rapper, right? That's the part that I'm more interested in. Like as a fan, I don't care about the money behind the music business, because it doesn't make me one dime and it doesn't change the outlook to me on someone's music business, right? If I'm a fan of that artist, I'm a fan of that artist regardless of their business dealings. So I don't know if he comes out and that's his ultimate chess move, that's the, it makes this record sting less. Like, I don't know, bro. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Me, I am here for it all. Like, yeah, the raps is cool, but I like the fact that Drake sent a drum line to a strip club. Like, that's funny to me. Like, I like the antics just as much, and the business side of it. Like I said, at the end of the day, we are artists too.
Wait. Drake sent the drum line to the strip club.
Shut up and make them drums, bro. That's what he trying to tell Metro.
Wait a minute. Was Metro and them there? Metro and them was there.
That's what I heard, bro. That's what I heard.
No way. Wait, no.
Oh,
That's incredible. That's incredible.
oh yeah.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
Look, I couldn't even get it typed in fast enough, and it says Drake drags Metro Woman with drum disc. It says he had some a drum line outside of Magic City, and he posted the gift on social media with the caption "From me to you."
Was Metro and them there?
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Dog, if Metro and them was there, that's masterful. That's like
okay, yeah. Drake hires a marching band to play the drums outside of Magic City in Atlanta. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I'm saying. I'm a fan of all of it, bro. Because, like you said, Metro can't. What is he gonna do? He's got to make beats.
Jesus,
so you basically are doing what Drake told you to do.
Oh my gosh! No, I didn't know that, man. I thought I saw that he did, but I didn't know that Metro. No. I thought I saw that he put a drum line. I didn't know that it was Magic City one, and I didn't know that Metro and them were there.
I can't confirm that part.
If they were there,
yeah,
that makes it next level.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of petty you dealing with when you dealing with a Drake. That's what I'm saying. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. Listen, if you're gonna entertain me, entertain me. So I get the raps is cool, but what I'm saying is
you want the whole presentation.
Give me the whole presentation. That's why I was so impressed with the Tupac and Snoop, because to me, them West Coast dudes, and the fact that you use that knowing that that's Kendrick's territory, that to me was just masterful. Like, it was masterful. Like, my mouth literally dropped, especially when the Snoop part came on. It was just all around just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Gosh, so I'm here for it.
Yeah.
What you got up for this weekend, bro?
Man, this weekend, bro, I am about my weekend is open though, bro. I was trying to master a song for the boy PPR in time for a special occasion for them. So I finally got that wrapped up. And so that opened up my calendar so much though, man. So I think that I'm gonna try to be out and about this weekend though, man.
That's what's up, bro. I heard the song already, and I'm excited for that to drop when it drops. He got him one. He got him one with that one. Yeah,
I like it. I like it a lot. I think that one of the things that I'm looking to do is I'm trying to link with the good folks over at Cinematic Visuals to try to start putting some other stuff in play as well, though, man. So yeah. We got a few things that are open. I'm trying to take advantage of it though.
Yeah. Well, I actually have a show this weekend. I thought it was a show, but apparently I'm in some competition that I didn't know I signed up for. So and I got the boys over at PS Solutions coming out to record. So that's gonna be dope. I'm gonna have some new footage, and I'm doing some new songs on out there. And got my Ace Kennedy versus everybody shirt. So I'm ready to go.
Sounds fire though, man. Well, let's get these folks home though, man. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it, nigga? Stuck up.